Hello and welcome to the second game with our tokens list. We've been put on the draw. Our opponent's currently deciding whether to mull 6. They've kept 7. I think we're going to keep 7. If we draw a third land, then we're looking like we're going to be able to go for turn 4 triplicate spirits at the moment. Raise the alarm, but if we've got, raise the alarm on a land means we have a turn 3 triplicate spirits. So I think this is a fairly decent keep. Okay, well there's the third land. So now a 2-mana token producing spell means we can triplicate spirits on turn 3. We won't get any attacks on turn 2, on turn 3 I should say. Okay, so we don't draw that, so I think we should attack with the Doomed Traveller here. I'm just using to fetch in response. So worth noting they've got both Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic Expanse. You'd only really expect to do that if you had 4 of each. Okay, so I'm thinking it's going to be a 3-colour deck. Even then, you've still got dual lands. I don't know. Maybe they're just playing a mixture. I think here we'll just play Veteran's Armourer. Be nice and mana efficient and just pass the turn. So the annoying thing about Triplicate Spirits on Magic Online is if you are a user of F8, which I very firmly am, it never auto passes because of Convoke. Because you always have mana available theoretically. Okay, so against a Nimble Mongoose deck, we can't really do much this turn. Look, we could Guardian's Pledge, but we can't play Triplicate Spirit, so I think we're just going to attack. See what our opponent does. The Mongoose doesn't trade for any of our creatures unless they have a pump spell. Grapple with the past, okay. This isn't a deck I've seen before. Like I said, I'm not that familiar with all the standard decks, but they're taking Tranquil Thicket. They've got a dredge card, so is this like a Pauper dredge deck? I guess it could be a Nimble Mongoose threshold deck, I suppose. So I think we just play Doomed Traveller here. The next turn we can play Triplicate Spirits, tapping 2 creatures. Maybe they're playing Terramorphic Expanse and Evolving Wilds to trigger Shroud? Possible. Okay, well Deadweight's really annoying because I think was it Nausea that is -1/-1, and they've given their Nimble Mongoose threshold. Do we block? I guess we don't block in case they do have Nausea. Werebear. Okay, so they are definitely playing a threshold deck. And they have 7 power on the board now. Pretty good start from our opponent. Okay, so we can do something actually quite cool here. We can play Raise the Alarm. And then we can convoke the soldier tokens. So Raise the Alarm theoretically is free. It really doesn't play around nausea, but I don't think we really can afford to. Our opponent has us on quite a clock, so... So theoretically, I think we can win next turn with Guardian's Pledge. We have to get through 6 creatures to win. So we need our opponent to attack with 1 and not to play another creature. Or attack with both, that also works. Stinkweed Imp, okay. Well, I guess I'm going to attack with everything and just play Guardian's Pledge. And that should be a win. Tranquil Thicket, I don't know what they're hoping to find. Yeah, they would have been hoping to find precisely nothing. Right, okay, so we're against Dredge. More importantly, it's green-black. And black does, like I've said, I did get the card name right, it is Nausea. I don't really get what our opponent's trying to do, but it looked graveyard based, and therefore I think Relic of Progenitus is going to be a pretty good card to bring in. We could bring in Circle of Protection black as well. Although the threshold creatures are both green, the ones we saw, so I think we're just going to bring in these relics. What do we want to bring out? So Lumineth Field and Veteran Armourer are both very important in this game because they mean basically our creatures don't have to nausea, which is like the really good card against us. I guess we want to bring out Rally the Peasants because it's sort of the least useful card. Even defensively, we can't use it to keep creatures alive. I'll just bring in Relic. So Relic's good. Relic means we can basically turn off Threshold. Okay, so again we're on the draw. I think we have a pretty good hand with Veteran Armourer, which is, like I said, big in this game. Opponent's mulled to 6, and other good news for us. So yeah, I think we actually lead with Doomed Traveller here though. We play so it doesn't really matter. Soul doesn't seem as important in this game as saying it burn. Could have like Deadweight here. No Deadweight. Okay, well, we could really do with drawing a token producer sometime soon. It's also worth noting that without Rally the Peasants, these mountains are literally just for outnumber. Ooh, they've got game like Angler, so yeah, it is like a Delve Threshold deck then. So Gurmag Angler is one of the reasons why you want to play Outnumber over Lightning Bolt. Theoretically, we can have a big enough board that we can take down that Angler, which they can bring in this turn. Yeah, that's no good for us. Raise the alarm is... So if our opponent attacks, we take 5. Actually, you can even block it with the Doom Traveller. And we swing back for what would be 1, 2, plus 2 from the Raise the Alarm. So 3 plus 2 from Raise the Alarm, plus 1 from Soul Warden. So that's what, 6 power plus Guardian's Pledge on 1, 2, 5 creatures. So theoretically, that's actually just a win. So I guess we do it. Probably means our opponent will hold back on the Gurmag Angler. Grapple. I presume them doing that before they play anything means then they really want to land. It doesn't make sense though, because they've got both colours. Okay, think of the Nimble Mongoose. I'm going to play Nimble Mongoose. Oh, they're playing Moldgrass Scavenger. Okay. And they have Delirium because they have an artifact land. Ah, okay. Okay, that's not a good draw. So if we attack, we lose a creature and get 3 through for 9 damage. I guess we sort of want to attack with this Doom Traveller, but then it's also quite a good blocker. I think I'm just going to pass and not do anything. It's a real waste of a turn, but our hand doesn't really enable us to do much. Okay, cycling lands, that's a good sign. I suppose actually it just gives them another card in the graveyard, so... Gather the Townsfolk's not the best. It's not awful. Like, I guess we play it and just aim to go wide. I mean, our opponent won't be able to block 4 creatures, and all the time we're going to be gaining life. And if we draw 1 next turn, we can go something like double Guardian's Pledge, which will mean we only need 4 creatures to get through to be lethal. Grizzly Salvage. Okay. So it's going to turn on Threshold for that Mongoose. What did they get back with Grizzly Salvage? They got a Werebear, okay, that they're now casting. And Unearth. Okay, so the opponent's built up quite a board as well, so we're going to have to be careful here, not just to lose. Okay, well, Sen's Enlightenment is not a bad draw, actually. We're now going to hold this mountain and just play Sen's Enlightenment. And then next turn we can play it again if we need to. With Retrace. So yeah, with Retrace you have to pay the mana cost as well as sacrifice a land, but shouldn't be a problem next turn. Right, so if we want to win, we have to get through with 7 creatures. I suppose it's 6 including the Veteran Armourer. though we can't really rely on getting through with the armourer. If they attack with anything, we're going to definitely chump with the Doomed Traveller. So yeah, we're still looking for maybe drawing another Guardian's Pledge, or... Okay. So they are getting bold. They've got no cards in hand either, so we're not playing around anything. We have 32 life. And if we don't block, we can get through with 8 creatures. We take 8, 11, 19. Yeah, I think we just let this happen. We did draw the Battle Screech, but that's not really important now because I think we're just going to win. Yep. Opponent swings, we swing back, we have the heavier punch. So yeah, that was, again, pretty easy win. I think our opponent's attack the turn before was pretty poor, to be honest. But hey, we'll take the win, and we'll see you for another round in what will be round 3.